Hey guys, so it's already been a week since I've been on the WonderSlim diet, so it's about that time that I let you guys know what my starting weight is. Like I said in a previous video, I have a lot of weight to lose. In one of my previous videos, I also mentioned that it was going to be that time of the month, and sometimes I retain water. So I took that into account, and I'm not counting the extra water weight that I gained as part of my weight loss. Okay guys, so my starting weight was actually 257 pounds. And if you're curious about how much I weighed when I was bloated due to my time of the month, it was 259.4. Okay, so let me give you guys a brief description of what the WonderSlim diet actually is. It's a meal replacement plan, and there are 3 different plans that you can be on, and depending on how many meal replacements you want and how much you want to pay, you're either going to be on the basic plan, the core plan, or the premium plan. I've decided to do the one that's in the middle, which is the core plan. In the basic plan, you have to make 2 of your own meals, but in the core plan and in the premium plan, you only have to make 1 meal. There are other differences in the plans, but I'm not going to get too into that. But with the premium plan, you can eat more of the WonderSlim food. When I bought some additional meals, I didn't realize that the breakfast didn't count as a meal replacement, and this is one of the problems with the WonderSlim diet. It can be a bit confusing as to what you're supposed to eat and what is a meal replacement and what isn't, because things aren't always clearly labeled. From my understanding, the only difference between the meal replacements and some of the other foods is that the meal replacements have vitamins and minerals, and some of the other food doesn't have those things. But if you're taking the multivitamin that they included in your kit, it really shouldn't be a problem. Another thing I should mention is that the men's diet plan is actually different. They can eat more and consume more calories. Only a bit more, I think it's about 200 or 300 more calories, but that's because men burn more calories than women do. Okay, so let me get to the weight loss. I weighed myself this morning and I weighed 247. So that means that I lost 10 pounds. 10 pounds in a week, which is pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing how much more I'll lose. As far as diets go, this is actually the easiest diet I've ever been on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am hungry, and I'm not sure if that's completely due to the diet or it's because it's that time of the month. At that time, my hunger tends to increase significantly, but I've seen other people say that they're hungry, but I've also seen people say the opposite. There were a couple of days where I didn't space out the food perfectly. I may have gone a few hours too long without eating, and those days I was pretty hungry. Today, I've managed to space out the meals according to the plan. You're supposed to eat every 2 to 3 hours, and today I'm not feeling as hungry. I'm not sure if it's because I'm getting used to the diet or if it's the spacing between meals that makes a big difference. Right now things are going pretty well on this diet. I'll talk about the food in a later video. It might be my next video. It has been hard cutting out carbs because I usually eat a lot of carbs and I do miss them. But one thing I like about this diet is that you don't really have to think too much about your meals. You just have them laid out for you basically, for the most part, which makes it a lot easier when you have to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So I'm basically having 5 meals from WonderSlim and then 1 meal that I prepare myself. And I'm using the term meal loosely because some of these things are actually snacks. The meal that I make myself, it has to be some kind of protein and some vegetables. And your protein and vegetable choices have to be specific choices that are from a food selection list. And you can't just eat as much as you want. You're supposed to limit yourself to a certain amount because besides controlling your calorie intake, you're also controlling your protein and your carbs. And you don't want to have too many carbs, so you're going to be having a very small amount of carbs on this diet. And there are starchy vegetables, so you're going to be limited on those too. They don't count as a vegetable, they're going to count as a carb. There's not too many vegetables that I like, but on the list for acceptable food, there are 2 things that I do like, which is lettuce and scallions. So I've mostly been eating lettuce with my meals. Okay guys, so for this week, 10-pound weight loss. We'll see how it turns out next week. Hopefully my weight loss won't slow down and I'll keep losing around or close to 10 pounds per week. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have an awesome day. Bye bye!